So mostly several kinds of the corporation types or business types, or sole proprietorship, partnership, limited partnership, corporation, LLC, non-profit, corporation part, something. So today we would like to review one by one, and it is more helpful for your next American life. Most of them is sole proprietorship because it's very simple and very easy. Last week I talked to you I have a basic question. What is the government for tax? If I work, this is labor, and I give you company or corporation, I give you workforce to company. And this is not good. Me. Me. I share. Problem. Okay, me. Yes. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Why we have to pay the tax? Those basic questions about here or all of the world and all history. I'm in here and I give to the company work, labor, anything. I give it to the company to work, manpower or something, any kind, you know that. So company gives the salary, wage. charge the tax. Government charge for tax. Government, from government. Why the government in charge for tax in here to in here? That's the basic question. But as you know the answer, but how to express or understand the tax reason? So now in Korean case, did you heard that in the Korean Samsung and SK Hynix, the chips, there are huge money, tremendous net income nowadays. So in the Union and Samsung is fighting. The Samsung Union and Labor Union and the Samsung leaders is fighting for how to share the net income. This tremendous debt. For example, in the Korean GDP, this Korean one is 60 trillion Korean scale. So all of the Korean GDP charge for Samsung and SK chip is 1/6. Almost 80% or almost 20%. 18, almost 16% is only two companies earn the money from the whole GDP of Korea. So nowadays the Samsung Union is strike or something, and they want for 50% of Samsung net income and no limited or something. Two issues now they asking, and then they are ready for strike. This is very important season in nowadays. So the government inserts the fight between union and the company. But they don't know it. Nobody knows it. But the reason is that most Korean people and news report says even if Samsung is on the tremendous money from the good business or chips market, and the Samsung Union is most of them we accept that, but only we ask 15%. But the company is too much because it's government think about it, 15 is not equal for all social reputation. Okay? This is not a small part of the Samsung Union problem. So this is affected all of the country. It means sensitively to other companies. For example, the Samsung is the last of the cooperate companies. Because even if they are in the chips, one chip, okay, I heard that news, we make it one chip, almost 100 process, and then made it one chip. See? There are many kind of processing things. So only this huge, tremendous network is from Samsung? No way. Lots of them is insert the chips production. That's why in the government nowadays, very hot issues is government is inserting here for negotiate between Samsung and Samsung Union, as you know. This, for reference, in the United States, who is very powerful union? This is Harbor Workers Union is very powerful. So they are in the United States, President's role, they are asking for or help for is Harbor Union members. This is very high affected for president role and every kind of the roles, especially this November is this year, also big election day. Anyway, so everybody understands, inserts the fighting with between the union and company. Also, government in charge for me and company also. Even if somebody asks me, it's own self is better. Self business. It means I invest. Invest includes the money and effort and experience and some patent, lots of information, knowledge. I invest in here. Even if the sandwich or hamburger or small, any kind of small business. This is mine. This is not mine. But also government is in charge for that. At this time, the business type is very sensitive, distinguished. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but in the United States, about 60% is sole proprietorship. The reason is very simple. Me and self-business is same. So only one time chance, no. Only one time here. So I earn the money through the self-business, and I get the netting, and they charge one time. This is sole proprietorship. Very simple. Also, the process is very easy to open business. Okay, so the exact detail, no need detail. Anyway, if you want to do your business, okay, with the CPA or somebody work itself for the city council, $250 is okay. It's easy. Only you repair the only one check and name. What kind of name? 3 kind of name, because it's big problem to complicate it, the same company name. So first, second, third, your name, ABC sandwich, PCP sandwich, something like that. You have 2, 3, your business name and visit the city hall, and easy to check it. So only they check it if the name is duplicate or confusing or something, that's it. And then they approve it. So it's very easy operate, easy open, but only one time tax reporting. So, but the problem, other corporation, later I explain it. This is sole proprietorship and the corporation. Corporation is me, make it some business. And who is owner? The business. Board member. So, board member. And board member is some schools is minimum 5, and sometimes your one-man show is okay. I'm CEO and secretary and treasurer, at least 3. But most of them, okay, I in charge the CEO. CEO is owner, and the secretary and treasurer, I in charge 3 is okay. The government is accept that. Anyway, who is owners is the board members. And who is board members? Me. That's why corporation is charged in here 2 times. So the government in charge for business. And they earn the money from the business and get the net income or more salary from there, and then the government in charge to me. So 2 times. But I highly recommend which one is better. This is better because I have some big room for operate and then tax control. That's why corporation is better. What is different? Because it's the government charge for business, and then at that time for earn money, income. Later we break-even point we discuss again, income and minus expense, cost. So last week I talked to you. The cost is I controlled. That's why some agent is, last time I talked to him, Mercedes-Benz and the luxury car is expensive. So their income is controlled. And at the time, the tax, adjustable tax in here. And then I get the money, because why? I am board member. Most of company, I don't receive the money from my own business. That's why it's best, better for your some escape tax and some a little bit control the taxing. So I will explain one by one. So okay, first comparing here, why the government is charged to tax. So there are some Norway, Swedish, Denmark, Finland. They're almost 45% to something 51% the tax from salary or some money, the income, very high. So in the United States, single bracket is maximum 35%, almost. So in the United States, graduate college level, and then they want to 6 figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figure. They earn the salary per month, yearly $1,000. $100,000 is 6 figure. We say 6 figure. So most of the graduation students wants to 6 figure, but it's very difficult. 3 or 5 years later is okay. But anyway, this is for targeting for most of, especially MG generation something. So if he got it to $100,000, most of them pay tax. Net income only $75,000. So they think hard, especially for medical case. Nowadays, most of Asian immigrants wants to, my children get an MD and OS. The same. Most of them knows it's only MD. But hospital or something is very same. So your country from doctors for advertisements. So for example, medical doctor. That's it. This style. But it's careful see that is OS. This is also same medical doctor. But nowadays it's a new trend. It's a little bit below level is PA. And below about very simple or something, but it's nothing. So nowadays they don't want to the medical doctor because it's 6 years took the class and the loan at least $200,000 to $300,000 and then get the finish the medical doctor and then they get it $2,000 and more. It depends on the major, the specialized. So even if they get the $200,000 and then almost 35% is $150,000 per year. And then they compensate this one, 10%, almost 5%, depends on. So I get the $200,000, but after tax, and then I loan compensation, and then finally I get only $100,000, just case. So very disappointed this situation. Even if I got the money from loan, but government in charge for tax, so that's why the very younger generation is very complaint to the government. So think about it. If I graduate the university, college level, and then get a job in here, it's very wide open to my income. But if I open my own business and it's a little bit control to my own business, my income, think about this is a pros and cons between salary base or self-business base. So this is very sensitive things. Anyway, nowadays is even if the medical doctor, now is no trend, PA. That's the new trend because it's MG generation said, think about it, is I know the medical doctor is very good for my life, but I need time and for invest my tuition or something. So they're very difficult to get a major. So nowadays is focus on computer science no more, but AI no more because it's the disadvantage is there. My personal reason, personal idea. AI is also very powerful, but the life is very short. I've questioned it. Okay. Just case. Computer. Automation. Computer. And iPhone. And nowadays is coding. Now it's very quickly reply ideas. Automation. 1935, 1940, 50, 1970 or 1980 computer. And then phone is this is phone. iPhone series is almost 1999, correct? And then coding is 2 to 3 years ago. AI is nowadays, this year or last year. And what is, so this is almost 90, 40, computer 1970s, almost 30 years. And then our iPhone is almost 90 or something, so 20 years. And the coding is almost 2000, 10 years. And AI is almost 5 years, 2050 or something, 2000. Now it's the 2025, 26, what is next? You know this report? Who knows it? What is next AI? Now AI is progressed. And then what is next? Is space. Next. What is the next concept? Exactly, I guess. But it's so many reports says space. So now is space for far away. Why? The reason is the communication. So AI is most of them covered at them. There are many kind of, as you know, learning machine and machine technology. At that time, it's very easy to programming. This is very easy for computer in my pocket. Computer is hardware, software, and then computer language or something, develop that, and iPhone included in here, very small. And coding is very easy to operating system. And AI is covered all of them, these things. And then nowadays, 7 to 8, 10, AI. Cloud, I don't know this stuff. Today I saw the lots of the specified AI, conversation or analysis, and editing, and some lots of the project base. Yesterday I met some guys and he said, if you have question or problem, ask them. And he guys said, even if the invest the stock. Now I have some kind of the portfolio. 20% is gold, 30% is stock market, and 30% is cash, or something like that. This is portfolio. So ask AI. Now I think, and then ask to them, and then AI said, it's good idea, but it's I think it's, you are a little bit changed the proportion or something like that. This is communication. You know, in the Greek, why is the developed education? Conversation from the Greek. So I ask and answer, and I receive it, and Lee again ask question and answer is very powerful tools for education. Nowadays, AI is using the methodology for old history thing. So last year, I used the Wikipedia. Wikipedia is very powerful information in there, so I asked it, and Wikipedia very quickly answered that. But the problem is the Wikipedia is 60 or 70% is correct, but 30% is not correct. Because why? Most people want to show up to the outside. So if I know something and I have some idea and I put it there, my idea and experience to the Wikipedia. And the Wikipedia is just open data. So somebody asks my idea and then Wikipedia is showed that. But this is just my idea. It's popular or the subjective. This is my own personal thing. Nobody cannot distinguish that. So nowadays, also, sometimes I put it to Wikipedia and then get some information from there. What the reason is some people how to think it. Some people how to enroll or updated same themes. So just my case is compared. But AI is covered all of them. So next time, nowadays, you have many report, what kind of job for disappeared 10 years, 20 years, and then what is the, instead of the nowadays job. So we have many losing the opportunity for getting job. So nowadays nobody knows it, but the pro is this time. But the point moved to next step. It took 30 years. Next step 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. You mean very quickly change the situation. How to adjust it? So one tip, if your children wants to computer science part major and then think about first priority thing concept is my children is very adapted quickly or not. my son and daughters is a little bit late and then is not quickly respond style or something. It's not good idea this area because so fast change the situation. So this case, above all, this medical part is better. Medical part is, oh, okay, I learn and get the license and that's it. After that, no more to learn or more education or study. But this part is very quickly change that. So lots of study forever. So think about this. Characters time. Anyway, we'll come back in how's going. Okay, sole proprietorship one by one. Okay, sole proprietorship. Where is he? Okay, sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship definition in there, the incorporated business. Unincorporated. So, I forgot that. Why the government in charge for tax? The basic reason you know that, because is I came here through the freeway, highway, and who made it? The highway. So, okay, let me talk again. The government to operate by tax, get the money from the company, individual, and they're using their social foundation or something, harbor, airport, freeway, something, social foundation. And also they give to the resource distribution. Distribution means the insurance. And some, the LA homeless control or something. Lots of things, distribution. At this time, separate two ways. One thing is democratic. The other part is republic. So this is Republican part. This is Reagan and Obama, Donald Trump. This is the old party. And Democratic is Obama, Biden, or something. What is the reason for first priority reason? Democratic is distribution. This is growth. So this is not correct or not problem, just a choice problem. So nowadays, 2026, what kind of issues for good for American policies? The distribution is that, distribution. Okay. This time and issues. At this time, T0 to T1 is conquered distribution from Democrat. and the growth. Republican charged the government, power, and then growth. So, from T0 to T1 is to conquer or power is Democratic Party, and then they had issues distribution, no growth. Distribution means in charge for tax, because the company earn the money and then charge for a lot of tax, and then get the tax, and the Democratic Party is pushed in from here. So you know that the rich get a ditch, and the poor in the gradually, you know that. So Democratic is focused distribution, but it's a Republican Party is very familiar with the corporation, and then give to that. Did you heard that? It's invisible hands. The market is operated automatically. This is Republican Party. Nowadays, it's very changed, the new invisible hand or something. So this is another economic growth party. So basic starting or basically nation or country developed this style. Distribution, growth, and then the country is growth. Okay? This is very standardable growing system. But in the world, there is nothing there, because there are many kind of reasoning there. Nowadays also this concept is disappeared. Even if the Democratic, they a little bit focus the growth. Republican parties also sometimes they focus distribute, because it's the election. So government charge for tax for social foundation, and the other one is distribution. Portion is the insurance. So in the United States, have three kind of big problem for 200 years more. What is that? First, gun. Second, immigration. And third, insurance. Since independence from the England in the United States have been a big problem, three things. This is issues of nation. First is gun, immigration, insurance. Now, Obama in charge for democratic is resolved this one. Clinton push it, and Biden and lots of Reagan is resolve these problems. How to that? But they failed. But only Obama is resolved the insurance problem. So nowadays, all Americans have the insurance. But the government assists that. For my example, I received the government help almost $2,000 monthly. I have one son and one daughter, and my wife I have 3 dependents. And then Obamacare, something like that is Obamacare, it's insurance. The nickname is Obamacare. The Obamacare, I received $2,000 per month from the Obamacare, from government tax. So I received $2,000, and I covered all of them, my families. So the Obama is very big reserve for Republican senator or something, and then pursued lots of time, and then finally they got it, the issues. Okay, good. there are very powerful GI, AI, something? No AI. It's Gun Association of United States or something. I don't remember that. So, gun problem. But who is to hesitate or the this anti that this one? The Republican is too very familiar for government style. But the gun association is too lots of lobby for Republican. This is, as you know, the last problem in the gun problem. They don't have any eager mind to resolve this problem. Immigration. Donald Trump pushed this one, and the barrier in the Mexico and something, lots of the immigration problem. Also, Donald Trump cannot resolve the immigration problem. So basically, all American history, we lead it the three kinds of problems: gun, immigration, insurance. And finally, 10 years ago, insurance problem is cashed. So Donald Trump conquered, come back in second years, he wants to stop the insurance. They are very angry and some strike all over the world, includes the Republican. The MAGA is to uncensored, make again great America. So MAGA is also received the insurance benefit, but they don't want to the insurance. How can I explain that? We asked to the Trump, and then if you deleted the insurance, Obamacare, and then what is your plan? They don't know. I have no idea or something like that. So anyway, I'm very familiar Democrat style because it's a distribution style. Growth is also very important. Anyway, just my personality and the character is a little bit similar, familiar this one. Anyway, the insurance, who did the insurance problem? The Democratic is resolve this problem. Nowadays it's okay. But gun and immigration, Clinton is very pushed to gun problem, but it's a lobbyist, he's pushed that and failed the gun problem. So after that is forever these two, which is very biggest one. Immigration is biggest problem in the United States history. This is second, just my idea. Third one is already resolved. So this is the tax problem. Why we pay the tax? We see this area, using that from the government thing. So we choose the election, the Republican and the Democratic policy. And then we choose that the president, Republican president or Democratic president. So which is good or not, nobody knows it. This is for choice problem, choice way. So this is tax problem. And what is the incorporate? Cooperation. Cooperation is very similar company. So the definition is unincorporated. That's the meaning. Unincorporated. Cooperate meaning is we work together. Co means together. Operate is manager. So cooperate, Beijing meaning is together. Operate, work together. But in here negative, sole proprietorship, uncorporate. Incorporate meaning is okay, work together inside. This is sole proprietorship. So unincorporated business that has just one owner who pays personal income tax on profit, on his profit, on owner's profit, earned from the business. Very easy. Easy to open and easy to pay tax. This is for bakery shop. Sole proprietorship business in the United States. What is the plus? The owner is in complete control and gets all of the profit. So I can control everything. Also, I can take over the all risk. At the other hand, the cons is the owner's personal finance in his pocket. But it's not exact. Even if there's sole proprietorship, you can earn the money, loan the money from bank. And business finances are one and the same. It means it's in my pocket, from my pocket, and earn my credit from the bank or financial, it's okay. That means. He said it's 73% all of the business in the United States are sole proprietorship business. 70%? I'm not sure what is the reference. Anyway, this is, I saw in another report is 60%, 60, 65. This is fact about the sole proprietorship. The owner is in complete control and gets all of the profit is advantage. At the other hand, the disadvantage is the owner's personal finance and business finance are one and the same thing. One and the same means from my pocket, $10,000 is same, $10,000. Most of all business in the United States are sole proprietorship business. I'm not sure that. Anyway, 60% is sole proprietorship. That's okay. And the second is partnership. The partnership is a form of the ownership involved the two or more owners control a business. There are kind of the partnerships. It's a formal arrangement by two or more parties to manage and operate a business and share its profit. Manage and operate is almost the same meaning. So last time I talked to you, business, management, operate, very similar. Business, management, and operate. These three words is same meaning. So last time I talked to you, some schools is major is the Bachelor of Art in Business, Bachelor of Art in Management, Bachelor of Art in Operation. Same meaning. This depends on schools, but a little bit different. Business, management, operate is very similar word, but it's a little bit different. But that's why the partnership is explained the definition through the manage and operate. So manage is something I control the management. That's why we are manager. Manager means he has some responsibility and operate to organization. Operate means also a little bit concept is receive concept. The manager control or operate the organization. That's it. So a little bit different manage and operate. Manage is subject concept, but the operate is the other one. This subject style is operate. Anyway, the partnership is two or more parties, two peoples. Anyway, work together. This is partnership. Partnership is very dangerous something because the reason is that, okay, we make the partnership and I invest money, capital, and my friends is invest the technique. and the experience. My father is to 30 years, 30 years sandwich, and me invest just money, about $10,000, and then they together business, cooperate and operate. First problem is make larger pie, and then this is okay. Why? I in charge this left side. Also, my father or my friend in charge this area. It's bigger, but the problem is that it's smaller. Make small. It means is the pie. Pie is decrease the pie. Increase the pie is okay, but decrease the pie is full responsibility. That's the partnership constant. So there, in the partnerships, owners sign the formal agreement. That's why formal agreement means is, okay, I push the $1,000 and you push the 30 years, and then we are 5 years for something. It's lots of the, even if we are lots of the document or some formal agreement, but the problem is to occur that. This is partnership. But it's sometimes it's good for partnership. So business leaders typically divide the partnership into the limited liability partnership and unlimited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership is the individual partners don't accept the losses because I have responsibility, unlimited responsibility. The company liquidate, and then I charge only limited responsibility. This is a limited partnership. Unlimited partnership is both partners are responsible for the whole business, debt, and income, all of them. So even if they aren't directly responsible for all the losses and all the net incomes. This is unlimited liability partnership and the limited liability partnership. Where is partnership? Here. So partnership is four kinds of it. So general partnership, limited partnership, limited liability partnership, LLC, limited liability corporation partnership. Okay, so I talked to you, this limited liability means is a legal structure, it's limited the extent of the economic losses to assets invested in organization. This is limited. That's why the limited liability companies, some corporate structures protect its owners from being personal pursued for repayment of the company's debt or responsibilities. So last time I talked to you, if we mention the type of business, the key word is liability. Liability is very important key word for make progress the business or the liquidation. That's why the unlimited liability or unlimited liability, limited liability is key word there. So we are formally limited liability companies, this one, limited liability companies. So you are popular see that. For example, this building is, I don't know there, okay. For example, Anaheim, Crossroad, business, comma, LLC, that's it. this is very representative the LLC, limited liability corporation. So you very freely contact this style, ACB LLC, or Ipsuli LLC, something like that. Which company this is very educated at? Also make a building, because this building is very expensive, as you know. I don't know the exact amount, but this building is owns some investors, two or more, and then who has the responsibility? So LLC is very powerful for building, buying, and the operate is very powerful tools is LLC. So LLC is a business structure in the United States. It protects its owners from personal responsibility for its liability over debts. This is very popular company style, is LLC. So only you don't have the one, because it's at least, okay, you have $100,000, but the building is $350,000 per building. I cannot buy this one. Normally, if you have $100,000, is exactly you can buy this one because it's a building. So, okay, let me explain another thing. You have some dream in the United States. Okay, buy home. The rule is 20/20 or 30/30. This is some rule. And buy your income property. This is a building, this type. So you meet the two kinds of them in the United States. It's the real story. So buy home, buy your home. And there are some rules, it's 20/20 rules and 30/30 rules. What's the meaning? First 20 down pay. And 20 is payment. Down payment meaning, for example, you are $500,000 house. You won't buy this one. And then 20/20 rule is to 20% of house price for down pay. So you have down pay $100,000 down pay. And loan, $400,000. This is 20% of down pay. It's all house. And the loan is $400,000 from the bank. And what's the meaning, the 20%? This is 20/20, 20/20. The meaning is 20% is the loan amount is $400. Nowadays is interest is very fluctuating. Nowadays is about $700 per 1,000 or $100,000. So it means the loan amount is the 2,800 down per month. Because it's I loaned $400,000, but nowadays interest rate is the 6.5 or 7 almost. Anyway, simply calculate the $700 per 1,000 or $100,000. So I loan from the bank $400,000. It means monthly 4 times $700, say $2,800 per month payment. This is payment, monthly payment. So this is for my income. Income is, for example, $100,000 per month, very high. So it's covered 20%. This one, 20%. So if I get the $1,000, the $10,000 income in monthly, and then how much the 20% is? 2,000 monthly. So the government showed to the $2,800, but I earn only $10,000, and then 20% is $2,000 only. So this deal is cancelled. This is basic. The economic status is very excellent, and then 2020 rule is adjusted. But it's 30 to 30. A little bit recession time. Okay, if I buy $500,000, and how much down pay? 30% is 150 from my pocket, and then loan amount is $150,000 in my pocket, the down pay, and the loan is 500 times minus $150,000 is $350,000. And what is the meaning? The 30%. If I earn $20,000 per month, my income is very high. Anyway, 30% is the $6,000 per month, and $350,000 is loan, and $700 240 245 monthly. So if I earn $20,000 per monthly income, and then I can cover the 30% is $6,000. So this loan is resolved. It covers $6,000 for $2,450. This is 30 to 30 rules. And the decision is very good. It's a 20 to 20. So if you something later, if you want to your home, follow this one. Okay. But it's the other one is your another income base for your make rich. It means you are buy the property, income property. Income property meaning is to, I bought it the 3 rooms, the property, and then I live in one property, and then 3 parties to rent business, something like that. This is income property. So income property is they don't need for 20% or 30%. Basically, they want to 50%. Income property down pay 50%. Sometimes 30%. Depends on the bank. So you got it to $1 million property, income property. And then you have to have at least $300,000 down pay. How can you make it? Very difficult. So at that time, need for LLC style. Okay, $100,000 A, $100,000 from B. The other one is $100,000 from C. This is family or friend, it doesn't matter. So they can buy the $1 million, only have the $100,000. So at this time, they make it the LLC. And then the LLC control the $1 million, and then make an income property. So they make it, the income is $5,000, $5,000, $5,000. It means he got $1,500,000 per month, monthly income, and then share them after expenses. So this is very safety method, even if I saw some small money. But the problem is that the LLC is spoiled because nobody is storing here, nobody lease in here, the building, and then there are no income. At that time, lose the $10,000 per month, lose. So this is $3,000, 33 is lose that. This is responsible for A. This is responsibility for B. This is responsible for C. This losses. So share the loss, share the net income. This is very powerful, educated, the income property LLC. But the problem is that sometimes she is, I don't want to anymore to that because I need for hush money, and then at the time is they give to the $50,000. P also give to the $50,000. Very, very frequently expensive. So she does not want to enjoy this one. Okay. Another guys is D is invest $100,000 and then LLC members change A, B, D from A, B, C. So D is give to C the money and then is enjoy the new LLC members. This is very popular and safety your another income property. Okay, very popular style. Eh? So think about it. Even if I have only $100,000, $50,000, but you try to bigger one. Okay. So the other picture is explained the limited liability company is that. Left side is pros, right side is cons, pros and cons. Limited liability protection. And the flexible tax options. It means is if I have some $1 million building and then lots of the expenses occurs there. So that's why some buildings every month they construct or remodeling and some change the style or painting or something because it's flexible tax options. It means is that they are using the expenses. And the customizable management structures. It means that ABC from ABC. From ABC to ABT. This is very flexible structures. Easy to set up and manage. This is report, only report. No limited permission. At the other end, the disadvantage cons is less attractive to investors. Less attractive means is only three. Too much money, too much people cannot. Just two, three. Mostly 10, around 9, 6 is okay. The potential tax and financial downside. So it is not disadvantage. I think it is disadvantage. It means it's a controlled taxing. Requires state registration because LLC is very powerful, save tax. That's why the government is very defined. Defines the regulation. Renewal filing and fees. Exactly, they charge that because it's very easy to do. Also, limited liability company advantage and disadvantage, the last sentence, tax advantage. This is very powerful reason for limited liability company. Also, the biggest advantage is even if I have only $100,000, I can buy the $1 million building. So most of them this time, okay, we are joined the ABC person, and they will invest $100,000, and then the another building is for $2 million building in here, and also ABC is joining here, and put it there for $200 because they are very trusted. So they can buy the $2 million. Also, the point is that they loan the money from the $1 million building, so they don't need to $200,000. From this one to $0.5 million from the bank. And then only they are also $100,000 for each one, and then it's enough for buying this one. $2 million, 2 times. But first starting is difficult, but second one is very easy to buy new property, income property. So $1 million is starting, and then even if the 3 members, same money, but they got a $2 million, 2 times income property. More easy to $5 million, and the bank loan from big bank, this bill, second bill, and very easy to $1 million from loan, and $5 million is enough for $1 million down pay. No more down pay. Push the invest money and then get it, the building. So that's why I know that this Jamieson property in the Koreatown, Wilshire State, they are 10 floors, 20 floors building is, they, LLC has the almost 85% building in the Wilshire Street. They using this style. Now it's 20 million, 30 million buildings they own there. But the portion is very small. But even if small, I can do it this, my property. Very powerful style. But most of them is below 10, and then they are a medical doctor. It's Korean style anyway. The private company is a property person or something. So a firm's share do not trade on public exchanges and are not issued through initial public offering, IPO. Just compare. Company A owns by. Company B is owned by their management, founders, or private investors. But the company A is owned shareholders, promoters, general investors. So which is more powerful for operating? Company A or company B has the pros and cons there. But the point is the company A is shareholders. What's the meaning shareholder? Nowadays, shareholders is a little bit fraud system thing. So in the Korean community and Chinese community also, Vietnam community, I know there are some investors explain some seminar for that. This is shareholders concept. Okay. We will buy the $1 million building. Now it's only 3 guys in here, 2 investors, $100,000. But they combined the LLC system and bought it $1 million. But most of them, the shareholder meaning is a little bit fake or the very careful investor. They introduce the method of this style. Okay, we can buy this $1 million for 100 people. And only $100,000 times 100 persons can buy this one. They explain that, make seminar in the Korean community or Vietnam. I think all this is shareholder concepts. Only $10,000, and then I get some shareholders for buildings. Oh, it's another good chance. Because it's, the building is not disappeared then. So the investors is very reliable, but these cases big problem. What the reason? They cannot, their point is 100 people. Only 3 people is compensate and easy to some settle down or some communicate. But But 100 people is very difficult to make conclusion. That's why they own the buildings by shareholders is a little bit problem. Also, promoters meaning is some financial company or insurance company has the money and then invest this style. So public and private company is the chart for explaining. Less mature and stable is private. But the public firms is more mature. Private is smaller and more risk and great borrowing cost because it's from the bank or third-party bankers. But the public firms is typically larger and can access debt marketing. Concentrated ownership, more diverse and institutional ownership is public firms. May need operate and managerial support, typically better managerial teams and operations. This is for what is the difference between public versus private. This is corporate. I talked to you. Corporate meaning is cooperate, but it's mixed. The corporate meaning is something different. This is very educated for the farming style. And the fishing union is using the cooperative. The corporate meaning is the business and or other organizations is owned and run jointly by its members. So you are from farming area is same product or some different product is even if they different that they make some joint and getting the member become a members and then share the profit and benefit. This is cooperative. In the Korea is also Vietnam and very popular system is cooperate, especially farming. Also the some fishing is cooperative. And principle of cooperative is the members is open and voluntary, democratic management. Yes, they make it the CEO. Fair, equitable, SHU division, I don't know. And fair return and investment capital. Independence, because it's a corporate members operate things in the Korean is very smooth operate. I'm not sure because it's somebody wants to become a democratic management and then they can control some fake. This is a little problem. But who controls that? Government controls the cooperative, but it's problem. The cooperative business is also very progressive. Characters is change. Depends on the traditional business. Primary goal, ownership, control, profit, something characters is different than traditional business is maximize profit, but cooperative business nowadays, they benefit for members. So based on the share owners, one member, one vote. One members only vote one, even if they invest less. It's different. So cooperative is very powerful operating systems. How to start the cooperative 6 steps. Let's see that. Anyway, this pass. And what is the different LLC and corporation? Which is better? LLC is educating small people, but the corporate is to members, 10, 100. It doesn't matter for some designated areas can be members for cooperative. Or corporation, corporate. LLC is first ownership. Ownership is different members, but it's a shareholders. Something. Taxation is for powerful is LLC. And the other picture is LLC and corporations differences. Pros and cons, that's it. Liability protection, strong liability protection, flexibility. Invest friendly means is a cooperative is members the same place, same area. But the cooperative is double taxation. The LLC is very useful for save taxes. So also the bank for cooperative. There are lots of small bankers, third bankers. So there is government sponsored and mandated to provide subsidies credit the American agriculture sector, farming, agriculture. Very powerful bank for cooperativity. So last time I talked to you, non-profit organization and not-for-profit organization. Wait. Okay, corporation. We will study next week the corporation. And this is a little bit longer, so I will review corporations. Wait, I make it some. Okay. Okay, thanks for coming. And this is all thing for this class. And see you next. Okay, thanks for coming. Thank you. Take care.